Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Mafex, Medicom Mafex rescue suit from Endgame. This is one that I really didn't plan on getting, but Ami had a great price on it, so I decided to go ahead. Let me go ahead and get it, and then I decided to go ahead and build out my Endgame lady scene. So I was like, let me go and get a shot. The SHF one is definitely cheaper, but I decided to go with the Mafex version just because I don't own a current Mafex Iron Man suit and wanted to see how they did with this one. Hadn't seen really any reviews on this figure at all either, because I guess probably just because it's unpopular, especially for how much they were asking for it from the start. But I figured with it being on sale, I'll just add it to my monthly order and then go ahead and pick it up and see how it goes. I mean, worst case scenario, it's not great and it is what it is. But here, everything you have inside the package, we've got unmasked head sculpt, partially unmasked head sculpt, the suit, her back with everything splayed out, kind of like they do with the Iron Man's, interchangeable parts, so look, interchangeable gauntlet, and then some blast effects. So, and then of course, every Mafex comes with a stand, so that's just kind of par for the course with Mafex. Get this out of the clamshell. All right, I must say, got a nice little bit of weight to it. This doesn't feel like that. I guess it is die cast. Yeah, that might be die cast in the feet. Overall, suit's pretty okay. Does feel a little loose in the hips. That is kind of weird, especially like brand new out of the box. They've got these gauntlets, I guess, taped down to keep them from popping off during transit. But overall, I mean, movement's pretty good. That's kind of weird. I mean, that's very, very loose. That's like some of those old Mafex QC issues people used to mention about in the past. As far as articulation, that joint's pretty loose right there in the elbows. This one's really not. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, everything else looks pretty good. Back plate comes off, and then you just peg in one with the open flight suit portions of it. Give me a second, I'm going to take these wrist papers off, and then we'll take a look at those in a second. All right, so we got those. That wrapping, I thought it was actually a little harder than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, these things peg in super, super easy. That's not snug at all, so I can see why they had that tape down. That's, like I said, just a little slim peg slot there. And not the greatest. All right, and let's see, look and see what we got coming in the box. So she comes with, of course, 2 fists. Get this over here. Get her stood up. Oh yeah, that just pops right off. That is not the greatest. All right, so it comes with 2 fists enclosed, then 2 relaxed hands. Yeah, pretty good detail. I mean, nothing special. Does a little repulsor in the center. Came off the little stand. And she's got 2 open hands, and this is for the blast effects, for the repulsor blast. So, pretty standard. And then 2 splayed out hands that don't have the posts for the repulsor blast. All right. Let me move out of the way so the camera seems to keep focused on her. And for your head sculpts, you've got the superhero landing version. That's actually really good. I mean, that's Gwyneth Paltrow all day long. Very, very nice. Much better than HHF I've seen. And then you have ponytail version. Man, really good as well. And it's that, yeah, ball joint. Oh, no, yeah, ball joint for the ponytail. Those are awesome. That is very, very good. I like that. And then for the back piece, this is a splayed out version. And you just post into the back of her. And this is also, you can use it as like weapon essentially. That's kind of how like they have a demo on the box where she's using it in front of her. And of course, you can use it for her back as well. So it's pretty neat. Okay. And then for the blast effects, kind of clear translucent blue. This one's a little bent, just a little heat, probably get that going. Very nice. These are much nicer than the ones that come to SHF. I like that bluish color. That's pretty neat. And then the smaller ones here as well. And then we have these here for the hands. These just post into the hands. Again, that clear translucent blue. Yeah, really nice. No complaints there at all. And let's see how that posts into the hand here. We'll grab one. Oh, it's got a slight angle to it, so you can make sure you get it on the right spot. So the hole is actually at an angle. Oh, that peg is pretty soft too. There we go. Nice. And we peg it onto the body here. Oh, wrong hand. And with Mafex, they just slide right on, so pretty simple. Man, that is uber annoying. Yeah, not bad. All right, we'll look at these side gauntlets, see what the difference is since that thing keeps falling off. Oh, looks like it just flared up on one end versus the other, so we'll try that and see what it looks like on the arm. Yeah, I guess it's just open and fire it versus not. So not much of a big difference, especially to make these where they come out so easily. I mean, I really wouldn't have spent the time and effort on that. All right, I'm I'm just going to leave those off because they are starting to get super annoying. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to glue those things in, and whatever's one I decide when I just get it on there. Or maybe once it's on the shelf, it won't really matter because I won't be moving it around much. And then for head swaps, let's go on the semi unmasked, and it's just the whole post. Oh, that didn't really feel that snug, but I guess it was. That looks really long. Yeah, but it's not. That's actually on there perfectly. So not bad. Yeah, it looks a little long, but maybe it's not. That's not too bad. You could probably adjust that with just angle. I'm sure that's mainly so when she does her little movement, it actually has the right depth. And then here for the complete unmasked sculpt, that looks a little squatty, but I think it's because her neck's not exposed. So I always have to figure out which one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the partial unmask. I think I like that head sculpt better. Alright, and then last one we're going to look at is going to be the, put this back on her here. Yeah, so I think that's probably how she's going to end up looking for me. That setup here. And then for the other piece here, there's a post. That goes in her back for the big effects when she's out there. And I'm gonna get that part on her. Give me one sec. All right, and so we've got that back piece on her here. And yes, one of the options you can do too is take this, you can disassemble this whole piece here and then put it on the post and have her use it kind of as like a gun, essentially, or as a big cannon array. I'm probably not gonna have her with this part on it because the execution is not as good as I would have liked it to be. But definitely having her just popping this piece out here, which just comes out there, and because you'll use that for building her cannon later on. Get this side of the screen here. But overall, I mean, I would definitely say it's got its quirks, and for the amount that this thing retails for brand new, I would definitely say it's not worth it. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. She's cool looking, definitely. Definitely pretty fire as far as the color of the paint. But you know where they're slipping at is that old school Mafex stuff where they've got these QC issues that, I mean, like these little gauntlets popping off. That's crazy annoying. There's no way I'd be happy if I spent, $80, $90, $100 for this, and that's what I got, especially when you could have gotten a much better one. So, or something pretty close to it for around the same amount of money. So, let's do some quick comparisons. I'm going to compare her to, let me bring in the SHF 15th anniversary Iron Man. Now, this is the Machination 15th anniversary. And then this is I also bring in the Mark 85 from Endgame. Now, that's actually a pretty good fit because I was wondering if this was going to scale properly because I was thinking about, okay, I'm going to probably buy a Mafex Iron Man since I don't have one. But no, that actually works out pretty well. I mean, she's not a whole lot shorter than Tony. Actually, I think they're pretty, eye to eye, like in a lot of the scenes. So when they're unsuited. So I definitely like that work. That's really good. So And then we'll take a look at last piece is going to be comparing her to the rest of her in-game femme fatales. So we got the SHF in-game Black Widow, in spirit, I'm sorry, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, and this is of course in-game Black Widow body with the Infinity War head kit badge. She was there, we're going to say in spirit. You got the Marvel Legends Wasp. So definitely bigger, but Cassie can really change her size, so it's not too big of a deal. And of course, like I told you guys, I use my favorite versions of those figures, not necessarily the ones that are canon. So this is Quantumanian Cassie, and then this is the Love and Thunder version of King Valkyrie. Then we've got the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Nebula, who's my stand-in right now until I get the SHF version from Infinity War. Got my stand-in for Manus. I don't know if I'm going to try to track down a Build-A-Figure. Maybe somebody will make a better one. You've got the Shuri. And this is the Black Panther Shuri. Got the over here. Got the Okoye from Wakanda Forever, just because that's my favorite version of her, and that's pretty much the same look. We'll go and throw in my favorite version of Gamora, which is the What If version, where she takes on the Thanos persona. Love that figure. I think it's super cool and much better looking than a lot of the other ones. And last but not least, most powerful female in MCU, Miss Captain Marvel. And this is the in-game version as well. So, but yeah, skeleton-wise, I mean, I think they all work pretty well. And this is the Mafex version, of course. I think they all go pretty well together. Cool little finalization piece. So, yeah. Oh, again, I don't think this is worth it personally. This bigger figure, if you can find it pretty cheap, deep discount, it's worth probably $35-40. Like I think right now it's on me for like $40, but brand new $80. But all things considered, I don't think it's worth it at all. So, but that's just me. I picked it up because I wanted to have it, try it out, and if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't. That's definitely not worth it. But for my collection, just to kind of round out that one scene, it's fine, not a big deal. So I definitely wouldn't recommend anybody who is just looking to get a rescue. I'd look at the SHF, which is pretty cheap right now, and then of course the Marvel Legends is much cheaper, and probably just as good for a lot less. So other than the head sculpts, those head sculpts are pretty banging. Not gonna lie, they definitely did nail that. So, well, hope you guys liked it. Comment down below. Thanks so much. Later.